Alright, today's video, I'm going to put in some hood louvers right here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use this Ford symbol as a reference point, as the center, move it up about right here, about right there, away from the hood bracing. Drill the holes. I'm going to use a Swiss cheese method since this is like, on a budget. I'll show you guys what that is later. Show you guys you don't need expensive tools like, if you're on a budget, which this van is. It's a budget van, not showroom quality or nothing like that, but functional. So I'm going to put it about right here somewhere. And then once I get everything drilled in and bolted in, I'm going to paint this to match the hood. Okay, this is how I marked the center. I used the Ford as a reference point for the center, put some tape right here, and then drew a line across the center. Then we got these two bolts right here, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines. So this is the center right here. See, 1, 2, 1, 2, center right there. You can see the line right there. So there's the center mark. And then I'll simply use this center line and this bolt right here, and it's going to look pretty much like that. So now I'm going to open up the hood and see where the hood bracing is, so I could start drilling. Okay, here's the hood open. So here's like where all the supports are right here. So I'm basically going to drill in this area right here. So I got to avoid this part right here. So I'm going to measure out how many inches out this goes out. Or just, I'm just going to get a piece of tape, put a piece of tape down from the center, and then avoid this right here. Okay, I measured out a piece of tape. The hood bracing ends right here. So that's where I'm going to start drilling, right here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark all the holes and start drilling. Once I got all these drilled out, then I'm going to Swiss cheese all this area right here for the heat extraction. Okay, here's a shocker right here. I got these first 2 bolts in, and I'm going to finish the rest. But here's a shocker. This hood is fiberglass. I laid out tarp and a wet towel to catch all the shrapnel from the hood, from the metal when I drill, and the hood's fiberglass, man. So I didn't even need to do this step. But yeah, that's cool. It was all easy to drill into the hood. It really felt lightweight. I wondered why. I was like, damn, am I getting stronger, man? This hood's light, but it was fiberglass the whole time. So I wasn't as strong as I thought I was. But there you go. Just cleared the brace right there. See, if I had drilled into this, the bolts wouldn't have been long enough. So yeah, man, cool. Fiberglass hood, man. Awesome. Okay, got all the holes drilled out. See, fiberglass, man. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enlarge the holes just a little bit, kind of like maybe a millimeter out each hole. The reason why is if this is crooked, I could kind of like, move it around a little bit, put it on straighter. So I'm going to enlarge these holes a little. And then the holes here, I'm just going to use as a template to Swiss cheese around here. In fact, since the hood's fiberglass, I think I could use a jigsaw to cut the hood now. And what I did, so I don't drill through the air box, see, I put like a wooden block right here to give me plenty of room when the drill goes through. There you go. Okay, this is what I meant by Swiss cheesing the hood. I didn't know this was a fiberglass hood, so what I was going to do, since I don't have a cutting wheel, was I was going to Swiss cheese the hood with the step drill. So I got to stay away from this area because that's where the bolts go. So this is the section where I'm going to cut out. So what I was going to do, if it wasn't a fiberglass hood, was I was going to Swiss cheese it with this, put holes as the as the heat escape. But since this is a fiberglass hood, I could use a standard jigsaw and cut right through this. So, you know, if you got a fiberglass hood, simple $15 jigsaw will do the trick. If you don't have the tools, you know, like I said, you know, some of us don't have show cars, and we just want to, you know, add little touches here and there, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Then you could Swiss cheese the hood. But since it's fiberglass, I could go ahead and jigsaw it. So I'm gonna start a pilot hole and then just cut this section out. Alright, here's my pilot hole right here. And I'm just going to use a $15 jigsaw to cut right through this new blade. Okay, not the straightest cut. If you have OCD, this is probably going to drive you crazy. I just wanted to avoid the bolt holes, and the louver is going to cover this anyway. But yeah, jigsaw, cut right through this, no problem. It's like 2 layers of fiberglass and some aluminum for, I guess, sound deadening or something. Yeah, there you have it, man. I'm going to paint this up, put the louver on top of it, and then paint the louvers. Okay, I got the louvers bolted in. Okay, hood louver install complete. Took about 2 hours, a lot easier than I expected since my hood is fiberglass. But like I said, if you're on a budget, you don't have expensive tools, you could Swiss cheese the hood. And if you get a cutting wheel or some kind of cutting tool later down the line, then you could unbolt the hood louvers and, you know, cut a proper rectangle or square or whatever, depending on what hood louver you buy. So I'm going to leave a link in the description, rodlouver.com in Escondido, like 40 minutes from me. And it's made in the USA. So that's cool, man. Not many things are made in the USA anymore. Support the U.S. economy, support U.S. workers. Really happy with that. And it was $40. They say that you can't buy, you know, made in the USA stuff anymore because it's expensive, but $40, man. Those cheap-ass stick-on Chinese hood scoops at Pep Boys are like $30. So buy the real thing. Non-stick-on crap. Bolt it on. Do it for real. Make it functional. Alright, everyone, kick ass, be safe, and take it easy. Alright, here's the louvers from inside the vehicle. So you could feel good knowing it's real, and it's not a fake hood scoop from O'Reilly's or AutoZone or something. Alright, everyone, have a kick ass weekend.